Good morning, guys. I thought today we could just do like a chill Sunday vlog for the video this week, so that's what we're gonna do. I just did my skincare and now I'm kind of just getting ready for the day. About to go to my grandparents' house for some brunch, so figured while I do my makeup, like just kind of a little bit of light makeup today, we could chat, get this going. So yeah, I think my hope is for the month of April I'll have some more kind of vlog style videos. I know recently I've been doing more like specific videos like makeup, food, whatever, and I do enjoy doing those, but I also miss kind of just the like casual everyday vlog kind of a vibe, especially with my birthday being in a week. I think that it'll be fun to kind of show just a bunch of random things that are happening and also like talk about my birthday, my thoughts about it, whatever, because I'm turning 24, so right about that like quarter life crisis point, and yeah, definitely feeling it, but I'll save that kind of a chat for this week. Today thought we could chat about some anxiety and just how I've been kind of dealing with it, because you know, I think most people, I mean everybody obviously has anxiety, because anxiety kind of is what makes us like get things done and, you know, puts kind of some stress in us that makes us productive, but obviously in some people it's a bit excessive, and that's when the anxiety becomes more of an issue. And like I could come on here and just talk about like my anxiety and just that side of it, but I think it's not really helpful to talk about it if you're not talking about what you're doing about it. So yeah, I thought I could talk about what I'm doing to try and help my anxiety and help lessen it. So one thing that I've found has been really helpful is movement. I would say that that's probably the most helpful thing for me with my mindset and just feeling anxious and things, is like, especially like if I'm having a really anxious day, which this past week, like I had a lot of anxious days, I just knew I needed to like go for a walk or do something like that, and I knew that I would start to feel better. And a lot of the time, like I need to do it without music, like without anything going on, and just let my thoughts kind of do their thing for a little bit, let myself get myself grounded, and then that kind of helps me, gives me like an amount of time, like I'm like, okay, while I'm on my walk, I'm allowed to be anxious, I'm allowed to, like, you know, think all these things, but when I get home from my walk, like I'm done. Like that was plenty of time to be anxious about these things that I have no control over. So that kind of is helpful too, to put like a time limit on it. And I know it kind of seems weird, like put a time limit on your worry, but like when you have pretty chronic anxiety, I mean, it's like it's not going away. So it's about figuring out how to manage it, and if it takes just like setting aside like worry time, or like, okay, my walking time is my worry time, you know, that's what you gotta do. So that's one thing that helps me. Another thing is reading. Definitely like reading, listening to music, just something to kind of take my concentration away from the anxious thoughts and things of that nature. And also, I just learned this week actually at my internship. So I do a lot of like thought challenging with clients. It's like a CBT kind of a thing, but we talked about thought stopping, which I hadn't really heard much about. And it's essentially just like when you find yourself getting into the ruminating, like anxious spiraling thoughts, it's essentially like just putting a stop to that, because at that point when you're ruminating over the same thoughts and it's just spiraling over and over again, it's not even the content of the thoughts that's the problem at that point, it's just the rumination that becomes the issue. So putting a stop to that kind of helps alleviate that anxiety. By in thought stopping, kind of just where like, okay, like I'm catching myself ruminating, I'm gonna sing out loud, I'm gonna read a book out loud, I'm gonna just say random numbers, I'm gonna do math, you know, just something that requires your concentration. It, like, your thoughts can't continue to spiral after that. Like if you play an instrument, like pick up your instrument and go play it, or, you know, because there's so many things that go into playing an instrument, there's no way you could continue to thought spiral if you're playing an instrument. So thought stopping is something new that's been introduced to me that I am looking forward to trying. I haven't had the chance to try it yet exactly, so I'm looking forward to getting the chance to try it. I'm gonna use this one. I am loving these ColourPop sparkle eyeshadows. Like, these things are phenomenal. So if you ever are on the market for a good glitter eyeshadow, these are it. I wear sparkles on my eyes almost every day. I know some people only wear them on most people probably only wear sparkles on special occasions, but I just love having sparkles all over my eyes. I don't know what to tell you, you know, it just brings me joy. And it's like, what does it matter? Who cares what anybody else thinks? If somebody else thinks that it's weird that I go like full glitter all day, every day. But I love it. And I love ColourPop's like eyeshadows. I have only used ColourPop eyeshadows at this point. Oh, I have tried this setting powder. I think I need to give it another try. I didn't exactly love it when I used it before. This is their translucent one. I don't know. It's just hard with powders to find one that doesn't give you that flashback. So I've been using this one since like early college, and I don't think this one gives me it. But I just, you know, I'm like, is this the best? I don't know. Is this the best I'm gonna find? Who knows? But that was kind of like a tangent away from anxiety and whatever. But something else that helps me is routine. Making sure that I'm keeping up with my routine during the week, keeping up with the things that make me feel good. So like, especially my evening routine is something that I am pretty strict about. I do my skincare, make a cup of tea, do some reading, watch some TV. Like, I really make sure that I allow myself at least like an hour or two to do those things at night, and then that helps kind of put me in a more relaxed state going into bed so that I don't have anxious thoughts all throughout the night, which sometimes doesn't work. Sometimes I'm kept up from anxiety, which there was one night this past week where I definitely didn't sleep very well, couldn't fall asleep because of a annoying situation that caused me a lot of anxiety, but it's all good. Got it figured out. But yeah, so just kind of monitoring your anxiety, and also like knowing where you feel it in your body as well, because anxiety also, I feel like, presents very physically. And so like for me, I feel it mostly in my stomach. Like I don't know, like it's different than getting like butterflies in your stomach if you're excited. Like, it just feels like it's hard to breathe. Like, my stomach just feels like it's like there's a pit in it, like, and that's how I know that I'm getting anxious, when I like am really like feeling it. I'm feeling like I have to take more deep breaths, more concentration on my breathing. So that's kind of how I tell. I know some people can tell based on like how tense their shoulders are, or you know, they start to get a headache, or you know, there are different ways for you to tell your own anxiousness. But yeah, just being mindful of the physical kind of signs as well is really good to keep up with it, monitor it, and you know, be an advocate for yourself. So done with my little everyday makeup now, so I think I'm going to go to my grandparents' house, have breakfast, and then I will come back here when I get back and we can continue having our chill Sunday. Hi guys, just got back from the dollar store. My mom and I went to get some decorations for my birthday party. So got a couple. I need to find some balloons on Amazon because they didn't really have the colored balloons I wanted. But right now I'm about to clean my room, change my sheets. My bed is just a complete mess, but I'm trying to find Jupiter Ascending on Netflix. I mean, on just anything, literally anything. I know I can rent it on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but I really like Jupiter Ascending. It does not look like they have it on... Nope. They don't have it on HBO. Let's see if they have the Mortal Instruments on HBO then, and if they don't, then I will continue my search for Jupiter Ascending. But it has Mila Kunis in it, Channing Tatum, Eddie Redmayne. It is pretty good. I Doesn't look like they have the Mortal Instruments either. Okay, well, if somebody knows where I can find Jupiter Ascending for free, let me know. Oh, maybe the Roku has it free. You know, like the Roku thing. I'm definitely trying to use this a bit more. Let's see. This is probably not exciting. I don't know. I mean, I just wanted to do like a cozy Sunday vlog with you all, and so part of my Sundays is really not doing a lot. Oh, they have Jumanji. Okay, let's see. Can I watch Jupiter Ascending? I can. Yes. Yeah, I had to add Tubi, the channel. But now I can watch it. Oh, yes. I don't really know if I have to, maybe I have to make an account. It's gonna be upsetting. Luna's upset because I was eating a bowl of cereal and she loves cereal and I did not give her any. Listen, when you live with my parents who give her literally food all the time, like, it's on me to be the strict one. So I have to keep it together for us. Brought to you by Arby's.
Historically, sauces are either sweet or spicy, but Arby's new King's Hawaiian
I don't even know if
Chicken
I've...
Sandwich is both,
Maybe I'll get copyrighted for this.
because Arby's makes both.
Ignore Arby's.
History and
Let me mute this.
sandwiches.
Oh yeah, maybe that would probably get copyrighted, so good thing I muted it. Okay. Oh, it's actually playing. Okay, let me pause this. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Jupiter Ascending now while I clean my room, change my sheets. Look at her. But I need to. I was about to kick over my milk. My lunch today was like cereal, a banana, and then I'm having one of my Carnation breakfast essentials in it. Because today just feels like a day where I cannot be bothered to like cook or like do anything that like intense. Not like cooking has to be intense, but just that like requires any mental effort like that. My mom and I went for a 3-mile walk a little bit ago, which was really nice because the weather so beautiful today. It's been pretty rainy, and Friday, like, there were tornadoes, like, not really in my area. There was just like high winds and really bad thunderstorms, and like actually currently one of my neighbor's trees that is right next door is falling into our driveway. Currently it's like this, like that's the bottom of the trees being pulled out of the ground, so if there's another windy day it'll be gone. But thankfully we didn't have any severe tornadoes here, like in, you know, I think the closer to the middle of the Midwest, where I'm on kind of the outskirts, I guess. We definitely do get some tornadoes, but definitely not as much as like Arkansas and I think Illinois and Indiana got some bad ones. So yeah, all those kind of states, they really got hit hard Friday night, but thankfully we were okay, we were safe. I definitely woke up from the storms. I really don't like storms, like they make me really anxious. So I was kind of awake for a little bit, but then I went on the Weather Channel app and I checked the radar, and like when I was checking it, it was like in about 20 minutes, like it's gonna be moving through. So I felt a lot better after that. So I wasn't like just up all night, which was nice. But yeah, have my protein drink. Delicious as always. So I'm gonna grab my laundry from downstairs that I did on Friday to put away, get some sheets out. I think maybe I'll just set you up on a time lapse of me cleaning my room and put on some soothing music. And so this could be your time to just tune out, vibe, do whatever the heck you want. This is a good excuse, you know? So let's get to it.
How do I deal with what I'm feeling? Maybe I just don't. What you're doing, I'm in ruins, all alone. I'm all alone, and I have nothing to do. helps me forget about you. You just came out of the blue. If you only knew. Let's sit and have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant, go to a field, pick up some strawberries, then maybe let's fall in love. Sit and have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant, to a field, pick up some strawberries, then maybe let's fall in love. Sit and have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant, to a field, pick up some strawberries, then maybe let's fall in love. Deal with the feelings I feel when you come near me. All I can see is you and me together, building a future forever, loving till eternity. I see you, can't you see what you're doing to me? The way you got me, baby, it's like I can't even breathe. You're all that I need, and I know nothing I do helps me forget about you.
It's been a while since we finished getting the room together. You know, I thought that I could come back on and do my evening skincare with you all. So I like to use micellar water to take off my makeup. I've tried different ones of those like gel things that are supposed to like melt your makeup off, and I would say that they definitely work. However, my skin is extremely sensitive and my face always burns after I use those. So that's the reason why I don't use those. That's the reason why I use micellar water instead of those, because I don't like when my face burns, obviously. I don't think anybody does, but yeah. So I always like to start with this, and sometimes I use just regular cotton rounds. Sometimes I use these, like, they're called the Erase Your Face makeup removing towels. I don't know, they're supposed to be specifically designed to gently remove makeup from your face, so I mean, they get it off, so I don't know what else to think about it. I'm not sure about the science behind it, what makes it different than a normal rag, but it does feel different than a normal rag. Like, it feels like it holds the product and kind of could get soapy. The rag could get like soapy if I wanted it to, but yeah. So I really like it. And I also have noticed, so with micellar water, I typically use Garnier. Just really any of their micellar waters are good, but I tried a generic brand. So I tried Myers because I was like, it's cheaper, it's probably the same. It's not at all. My face burned after I used it. Like, it felt more oily, which I don't really want in my micellar water. So yeah, I wasn't a fan. But this stuff always feels good, always gets it off, and so that's why I prefer that. And then yeah, I mean, I think I've shown some of my skincare on here before maybe, but this is the Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Cleanser. I get it at Target. It comes in a really big bottle, so that's what I use to cleanse my face. Typically morning and night, sometimes depending on when I get a shower. I do wash my face in the shower most of the time, so yeah, I know it's not supposed to be great for you, but I mean, it feels fine for me, and it helps me save time later. So sometimes I'll just use Panoxyl, the 10% benzoyl peroxide, in the shower. But yeah, and for me, I would say I probably use more products than, I don't know, some people use, but at the same time, like, this routine works for me. It works for my skin. It's just what I've found has been helpful. So I feel like with skincare, like, so many new things come out all the time. There's so many people saying, oh, use this, use this, use this. But like, if you find something that's good for your skin and like a routine that keeps your skin good, there's no point like changing it just to try out the product that has the cute packaging or like something like that. Like, if your skin is really sensitive and it tends to react to things easily. If you don't have sensitive skin, it's not going to react poorly, whatever. But for me, like, I just have found that trying out a bunch of new things tends to go worse for me than it does well. Every once in a while, yeah, I try new things, especially if I find something I'm using is not working like it used to. Like, that's how I got into using the Paula's Choice. and all that. So yeah, you gotta be a little bit flexible. You gotta just recognize like, okay, like for now, if this is working for me, I'm cool with it. If I noticed that there was like a part that I felt was lacking or something, yeah, definitely add something in. But right now I feel good about it. And yeah, I just am so excited for this week. It's birthday week. Obviously, I've talked about it quite a bit. It's not really birthday week, like it's a week before my birthday. So pretty busy just kind of in general this week, trying to be as productive as possible. Because I also have 5 weeks left in my semester, which is crazy because I graduate. Like, this is my last semester of school, hopefully ever. And I graduate, and so I'm like 5 weeks, and then I have May off, and then I start my job. So it's gonna be a whirlwind. I move at the end of May. April's very busy. So I am just trying to make the most of my time during the week so that my weekends can remain just time to fill up with friends, family, all that jazz before I move. So yeah, this was the snail mucin. It was all over TikTok for like a good bit of time, maybe like a year ago, maybe last summer it was really popular, but I've been using it since then, and I find that I really like it. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what it's supposed to do, but I feel like it like really hydrates my skin. Like, I like when I have this like tacky feeling, like I feel like that means my skin is really hydrated, and that kind of is what brings it back in after the benzoyl peroxide and the Polish Choice. So then I do some aloe. And with the Polish Choice, I know some people say I only use it once a day, only use it every other day, you know, a lot more minimally. I use it twice a day. Like I said before, like just use things however often is right for your skin. And yeah, I think that everybody just needs to recognize that, you know, what works for me isn't gonna work for you, and what works for them isn't gonna work for them. Like, you know, that really goes for anything, like working out, food, like all that stuff too, which can be discouraging because you go online and say you see somebody that eats, you know, Big Macs or like snacks all day, like really processed food, but they're like tiny. And you're like, why can't I do that? Like, I'm trying to eat apples and berries and I'm struggling to maintain a healthy weight. Like, it can be frustrating. So try not to be too down on yourself. Give yourself grace about things like that, because all of our bodies are different. What works for one person isn't going to work for another person, you know. So you could spend an hour on a treadmill, nothing happened. For somebody else, spending 20 minutes on a treadmill, you know, just once a week is enough for them. So, you know, just also being kind about that type of stuff with yourself. And then I'm going to use the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't, just depending on how I feel. Sometimes I think this burns my face. I don't know though. It's like an experiment I'm doing to see if it's burned my face or not. But hopefully today it doesn't. It's not burning right now, so hopefully it continues to not burn. Yeah, and then I also feel like my skincare goes on better like after I wave it out for a little bit too. So if you have like a fan, like I have a little portable fan that I got when I went to college that I need to like keep in the bathroom so I could just easily fan my face between skincare steps. So that might be something that I try to do this week. And then the last thing that I've been doing, I haven't been doing this in a while. I used to do this in college, my sophomore year, when I got off of all of the creams and medications from my dermatologist for my skin because it just wasn't working. And I started to try to find my own like more natural routes and whatever. This was one thing that I did religiously, like every day for a year and a half. I think I did it until COVID, and then I got lazy. So I've been doing this more consistently these past couple weeks, and I feel like it really helps the scarring, and it helps kind of bring some moisture back in and really lock it in for nighttime. So I take vitamin E, and I just take the capsule, and I sometimes have scissors that I cut it open with, but honestly, if you just like break it into your hand, it should pop open pretty easily and let all the kind of insides out, and it's kind of sticky. So I just press it into my face, especially around my cheeks, chin, and mouth where I scar the worst. And you just kind of press it in. And this is the last step that I like to do because it's pretty like intense step. Like you're dedicated to your skincare at this point. Like there is no way I'm doing anything else after this. Like my skin is sticky right now. So yeah, I feel like vitamin E is definitely a go-to along with aloe. I think those two, from what I've found, those two have been the most helpful with scarring. But that's my evening skincare routine. That's what I'm doing right now. It's what works for me. Obviously I still have some breakouts and whatnot. I think those are from all the ice cream I've been eating, and I was also on my period this week, but it's normal. Breakouts are normal. This is actually like pretty good for me. Like if you saw my skin in high school or even like last year when I was trying retinol, it was horrible. So feeling really good, really glowy, really ready for bed. So I'm done with my skincare now, and then I think the last thing that we'll do together tonight is make my tea. So I'm gonna head downstairs, we'll make my tea, and then we'll call it a night. I actually decided not to make tea. It's pretty close to when I'm gonna go to bed, and sometimes it makes me have to pee a lot, like right when I'm trying to go to bed if I have it too late. So I realize it's too late. I waited too long, so I'm not gonna make tea tonight, but that's okay. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch the new episode of Succession that just came out literally like a minute ago. I'm gonna do my journaling because I haven't done some journaling in a little bit. I'm gonna do some nail filing, and that's how I'm gonna close out my Sunday evening. So just ending the night in a very cozy way, getting myself in the mindset for bed, which I think always helps when going to sleep and whatnot, and starting the week, you know, getting rid of the Sunday scaries, not starting the week on an anxious note kind of thing. So thanks for tuning in to my cozy Sunday vlog. Can't wait to do some vlogging this week with just random things, birthday prep, all that fun stuff. And then, yeah, talk to you guys later.